but we want you all to be encouraged. She said, there's a word. Come here, sister. Let me let her talk for a minute. Come on up here, honey. We don't know. We pray God send some help. He ain't say what kind of help he was going to send.
Hold on, your help is on the way. There is a word from the Lord.
She said, hold on, your help. Shit. Did y'all hear that?
Praise the Lord, everybody. Praise the Lord, everybody. Praise the Lord, everybody. Before I get started here, I want to share my testimony. Some people here have heard part of my testimony.
I know the Lord.
So I want to share. I believe that when this night is over with, if no one has been encouraged yet, they will be.
But you better tell me the word of God now.
I want to start off by saying that around the year 2000, I thought I was sitting on top of the world.
I thought. Go ahead, Pastor.
And when I sit back and think about it, you know, a job that was paying me beyond my imagination, the responsibilities beyond my imagination. But during that time, I never gave God the glory. And so, around 2000, there was a lot of things going on, big fights and everything for the people. God had allowed me to represent over 1,100 members. But yet still, I did not give him the glory. I not once shared him with any one of them. And so, as time went on throughout that year, I became stressed. I became depressed. And before you know it, I left the job. But I had the mentality that I'd be able to go get any job I wanted. Sure and behold, it was taking forever to get this job. Bills were adding up. Bills were adding up. And I was like, wow. I started losing weight. I mean, at a rapid pace. Didn't understand what was going on. So I went to my doctor. He said that we're going to send you to Whitney Imaging to run some tests. Maybe you might have pancreas cancer. And so, as going through the test, one thing I hated most about it was that white chalky liquid that I had to drink. I had to drink. And during the process, you know, he told me that, you know, I was cancer free. But he said that I had depression. I was depressed. So actually he had put me on Prozac. So now I'm taking Prozac for depression. Started me off at the minimum, 20 milligrams. I never forget it as if it was yesterday. It wasn't working. It just kept increasing, until actually I got it 80 milligrams. It still wasn't working. So, me being the person I was, I went to what I knew that would take care of the problem, so I thought. So I picked up the bottle, and I started drinking.
That's real talk.
And over time, that wouldn't work. So then came the drugs. And when I say the drinking and the drugging, I was moving 150 miles an hour. You know, and not realizing it being a selfish individual, my family was suffering. You know, and through it all, you know, I lost a home. I lost vehicles, material things. You know, and I'm saying this to anyone who's listening, who's going through something right now. You know, just always remember, and that goes for me too, being the first partaker, someone has always gone through worse. You know, so now, being on the drugs and the alcohol and just running the streets day and night, no sleep, I ended up getting myself into trouble. After being incarcerated, arrested should I say, They hit me with all kind of charges. I'm talking about I was on the news, in the papers for like 3 days. You know, shaming me. You know, embarrassing me. Not just me, but my loved ones, my family, friends, people I was close to. You know, they went inside the house. You know, from what I was told, they had that on the news. So now I'm sitting and I'm waiting and waiting and waiting, going to court, going back, going to court, going back. You know, and I want to share one thing for the young men who hear this, because there are a lot of untold stories behind the prison wall.
Woo, talk about it.
And when I say untold stories, I mean untold stories. And I'm going to tell it to you in detail.
Tell it.
You know, I can remember a night, about 11 o'clock at night, young man gets transferred into the prison where I'm at. And throughout that whole night, he's screaming and hollering and screaming and hollering the whole night. Everybody banging and kicking on their doors, telling him to shut up. At about 5:45 in the morning, when the doors pop for breakfast, everybody walks out. And at that time where I was at, we had the bright yellow jumpsuits. And as he was coming out, going to the bubble where the CO was at, everybody looked at him as he was walking by and realized that he had a big red stain on the back of his jumper. And what had happened was his cellie was raping him all night long. These things do go on behind the prison walls right to this day.
That's real talk.
You have people out there who do these type of things, who've gotten long bids, and they're still behind the walls waiting. Yeah, we might say that won't happen to me. You can turn 2 years into 30 years easy, defending yourself. You know, and it's like, I got sentenced. And even though the lawyer said that I was going to get less time than I got, you know, when that day of sentence came, I was crushed. I was broken. I mean, literally broken. You know, and it's like, well, now I know it's time for me to do this bid. I know the numbers I got. So as I go on, I'm in maximum security.
Maximum.
My first cellie had 108 years.
Woo! Jesus.
I gotta lay down and close my eyes every night with an individual who has nothing to do if he wanted to take my life while I'm asleep. These are the things that really goes on. A lot of people don't realize that though. Because why? Because guys go in there, and when they're in there, they like this.
Yeah.
So when they come out, they're gonna act like they're real tough.
Talk about it.
So they're giving these young guys misinformation, and they're thinking that it's cool to go in there. You know, and the same guys is out here running the numbers with the guns and all that and everything. You can bring those with you.
Tell them what they are when they're in there.
You know,
tell them what they are when they're in there.
Once you're in there, you know what I'm saying, those who with you, they're not with you. You know, it's your loved ones who are holding you down. You know, I've seen fights where, you know what I'm saying, gang members
shank each other.
And the guy sit there and get beat to a pulp, and not one of his boys jumped in to help him.
How you doing?
Didn't even try to break it up. Why? Because as soon as something like that happens, they get affiliated and they get sent to Northern, where people are at on death row.
Oh, okay. Hi, give me a hug.
You know, so I just wanted to share that because a lot of people are definitely getting misinformation about what goes on behind the prison wall. Yes, you have some level 2s and level 3s that are like boot camps, but even rapes goes on in those. You know, when I was in a level 3, which was minimum, and level 2, which was medium security, rapes are going on to where you see the state troopers coming in doing DNA on men. That's crazy. And this is what's really going on behind the prison wall. I just have to share that because a lot